My cowardly husband left me behind during an earthquake while I was pregnant, so I'm considering breaking up. My husband and I have recently married and moved in together. On our second night together I got pregnant and we were waiting for a baby. My husband has been caring and provided everything I needed, however, I have to admit that he has had some cowardly moments. We were once in a supermarket shopping for some groceries. I picked up the last rolls of toilet paper when an old man approached me asking if he could have it. I told him that he had not since I was holding them, but he said he saw it first and needed it more. At this point, the old man was raising his voice at me, so I looked at my husband waiting for him to step up, but instead, he took the rolls from my hand and gave it to him. He doesn't like being reminded of this story, but we have stayed together. We live in a country known for earthquakes this time of the year. My husband and I were together in the living room, while I was on a work conference video call when the alarms started going off in our building and on our phones. The building started to shake a bit and it took me a moment to register what was happening. By the time I got up, my husband had already taken the 2 dogs and was running downstairs. As mentioned, I was on a conference call with no shoes on and no bra on, and I was 6 months pregnant. I tried to act quickly and made it downstairs where he already was with the dogs. Luckily it wasn't anything serious and everyone was fine. When we got back to the apartment, I told him how the way he acted really upset me. He did not even hesitate to leave me behind to fend for myself and his unborn child. He defended his actions and said, "You needed to act quickly, or else you could have died." It's not as if I needed him to hold my hand during that moment, but he didn't even wait a second to make sure I was good to go. I was agitated because obviously, I'm not in able-bodied shape due to being pregnant. I was hurt by his reaction and his words that it was my fault that I was slow. He backed up his point for the next few days until he finally came to his senses. We talked about his cowardly behavior and he agreed that it was wrong. I told him how I was on the verge of breaking up with him because he valued the dogs more than me. He let out a little laugh and said how he just panicked at the moment. I told him to get his priorities straight or else I would reconsider our marriage. Edit: my husband watched a guy start at my SS but didn't do anything about it. I'm breaking up.